Hello students, today let us study the nature of chemical change on the basis of some more activities. Okay, let us study the change during the reaction between copper sulfate solution and iron nail. Okay, here to conduct this activity, the materials required are copper sulfate, crystals of copper sulfate, okay, iron nail, a boiling tube, test tube stand, okay. Then, how can we perform this activity? First step, take a small quantity of about 10 gram of powdered crystals of copper sulfate, powdered copper sulfate crystals in this boiling tube. That is the first step. Okay. Then the second step, add water and few drops of dilute sulfuric acid. Okay. Then stir the solution to dissolve copper sulfate, okay, until you get clear blue colored solution. Okay. When copper sulfate, when copper sulfate crystals dissolve in water, you will get a clear blue colored solution. Okay, you will get a blue colored solution of copper sulfate. Then the next step, you have to place a shining iron nail in the copper sulfate solution. Here we place a clear iron nail in copper sulfate solution. Okay, then take out this iron nail after 1 or 2 hours. 1 or 2 hours. What is your observation? What is your observation? Okay, what is your observation? Okay, observation number 1. The blue color of the solution is changed to light green. This blue color of the solution is changed to light green, and this nail has a reddish brown deposits on it. Okay, that is our observation. Then, what about conclusion? Okay, here we observed two main things. Number 1, the blue color of the solution is changed to green, and yes, the iron nail covered with a reddish brown deposit. Then, why is it so? What about conclusion? From this observation, we can conclude that there is a change in the color of the solution. There is a change in the color of the solution from blue to green. The color of the solution is changed from blue to green, and a reddish brown deposit. Okay, began as a reddish brown deposit on this iron nail. This is due to the reaction between copper sulfate and iron. Yes, copper sulfate Copper sulfate. Yes, the copper sulfate is, this is copper sulfate, its formula is copper sulfate, also simply, yes, copper sulfate. Copper sulfate, copper sulfate. The color of the copper sulfate solution is, the color of the copper sulfate solution is, the color of the copper sulfate solution is blue. The color of the copper sulfate solution is blue, a blue solution. This copper sulfate reacts with iron metal in iron nail. Yes, a new substance is formed. That new substance is iron sulfate. Iron sulfate solution, its color is light green, and yes, copper metal, okay, reddish brown deposit on the iron nail, reddish brown deposit on the iron nail. Yes, then here the reaction between copper sulfate and iron metal takes place, and here forms light green colored iron sulfate solution, and copper metal deposits on the iron nail. Okay, that is the reason behind the reddish brown deposit on the iron nail. Yes, thus in this reaction we can say a new substance is formed. A new substance is formed. Here the new substance is iron sulfate. The new substance is iron sulfate. Okay, and the next point, this new substance, iron sulfate has different properties. The new substance has different properties. Yes, iron sulfate has light green color. And the next very important point, copper is displaced from the solution. Copper is displaced from copper sulfate solution, from copper sulfate solution by iron nail. Okay. Then I am going to ask a question to you. Why is the cooking of food is considered as a chemical change? During cooking, we know many chemical reactions take place within the food material. Okay, the taste and the chemical structure are also changed. Okay, then my question is it possible to get back raw food or flour from the cooked food? No. It is not possible to get the raw food or flour from the cooked food. Yes, therefore we can say cooking of food is a chemical change. Okay, students, then you can see the differences between this physical change and chemical change. Okay, already I told you in my last two videos, you guys learned that in a physical change, only physical properties such as color, yes, taste, etc. The physical state, etc. are changed. Chemical properties remain unchanged. In a physical change, only physical properties such as color, physical state, taste, etc. are changed. Chemical properties remain unchanged. But in a chemical change, composition and chemical properties of the reacting substance are changed. Okay? Yes, when iron reacts with copper sulfate, a new substance is formed, that is iron sulfate. The property of iron sulfate is entirely different from that of copper sulfate and iron. And the next difference, no new substance is formed during physical change, but one or more new substances are formed during chemical change. And the third difference, the original form of the substance can be obtained easily by simple physical methods. Okay? Okay, for example, when water is subjected to evaporation, yes, on heating, water is converted to vapor state. Then, okay, when we condense this water vapor, the liquid water is formed. Okay, by heating or cooling, then by applying some physical method, okay, the original form of the substance can be obtained easily. But in the case of chemical change, the original substance cannot be obtained by simple chemical method. And the last difference, physical change is a temporary change. Okay, physical change is a temporary change, but chemical change is a permanent change. Okay, students, in my next video we will study one of the important chemical change, that is rusting of iron. Okay, goodbye.